Wiki, altrightnovelist.com. I'm here at my exile page, SA No Wiki, because I'm still under a 2-week ban for utterly bogus reasons at my regular page, Andy No Wiki. And I'm going to make a very brave gesture right now, which is I'm going to make a bold prediction. But then I'm going to puss out because I'm going to hedge my bets a little. And the title of this video is, as you can see, there will not be war in Syria, comma, unless ... I don't think that there will be a war. I don't see that happening. I don't see anything any kind of all-out attack on Syria, whether airstrikes, that are more than just one or two little things here and there, like happened about a year ago. I don't see a sustained airstrike happening. I certainly don't see ground troops moving in. I don't see anything like that happening. I really, really don't. And the reason is simply because I just don't see anywhere that people are going to be able to want or have have any interest in or have any interest tolerating, not because people are better than they were in the past. I'm not saying that. But people are definitely more cynical than they were in the past. Even the normies, okay? Now, someone like me, and maybe you, who knows that so many acts that have been precipitations to America getting involved in a stupid, useless war have been trumped up bullshit. Events like the Gulf of Tonkin, I think even to a great degree Pearl Harbor, obviously the supposed weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, which we came to know was never a thing at all, but they really sold it hard back in 2003. Colin Powell came out and showed us the clear proof that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. It was going to use them unless we did something. And this was still very much in the shadow of 9/11, by the way, which was also a bullshit, trumped-up event. I know this. Maybe you know this. I don't know whether you know this or not. But in any event, I'm not saying the vast majority of Americans know this, because I don't think they do. But I do think that people are tired and people don't have, people are demoralized. People don't have the energy. They're not, they don't have this sense of, we're America the righteous and we got to go take on the world and kick some ass and take some names. I just don't see any kind of groundswell for anything like that. I don't claim to totally have my finger on the pulse of the nation, but in this case, my impression is that this just seems very, very, very unlikely. And I know that there's a lot of alarm. I would call it alarmism, but I guess that would be framing it in a particular way that maybe wouldn't be fair. Because I think it is genuine alarm that a lot of people are feeling. A lot of people who are smarter than me and who are more plugged in than me and more interested than I am in the political situation. A lot of them are wringing their hands right now, thinking, oh boy, we're about to go to war, and it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. But I just don't see it happening. That's my bold prediction. I don't see it happening because there's no public will to support it. I mean, I see the possibility of airstrikes, unsustained, you know, like a one and done, or maybe a two and done this time, maybe amping it up a little bit over what Trump did last year in April. Maybe it's just something they do every year in April. Oh, it's a gas attack. Oh, how could Assad have done this? Oh, let's do something. Oh, drop a few bombs. Oh, okay, we're done for now. Oh, it's another gas attack. He gasses his own people. We got to do something. This is a humanitarian crisis. Let's bomb them. That'll make things much more humanitarian over there. If we drop some bombs and kill some people, that'll resolve the humanitarian crisis. So they do it, and you know, if it's just a missile strike or two, then people shrug about it. I'm not saying it's good that they shrug about it, but it's not going to be a big deal, and they'll, you know, it'll be sort of like, well, okay, we took action, but not too much action. Didn't have to make too much of a sacrifice. And that's how I think it'll be this time. Now, the unless clause, the unless ... clause in the title of this video. Let me explain that. I don't think just saying, oh, there's a gas attack in Syria and Assad's forces clearly did it, so let's go to war. I don't think that's going to cut it. I think the only thing that will cut it will be, drum roll please, another Pearl Harbor. Just like PNAC talked about in the late 90s. You know, what we need is a catalyzing catastrophic event like a new Pearl Harbor, and then made to order, there we have 9/11 just a couple years later, after PNAC's boy gets into the White House, W, who I voted for, by the way, in 2000, and I'm not sorry, given the alternative, and given the need to send a message to the Clintons. Although, now I see the Bushes and the Clintons are pretty much same damn thing, so would I do it again? I don't know. But I hated Al Gore, and I had good reason to hate him, and I still hate him for pretty much everything that he represents, and for being a part of, for selling his soul to the Clintons. So, sorry not sorry about that. But in any case, that was big. That got people's attention. That made people say, man, we got to respond to this. We got to kick ass. We're the USA. We're not going to take this. We can't just sit back and let something like this happen without retaliation. That is what it would take. Another Pearl Harbor. And do I put it past them to try something like that? No, not in the least. I don't put it past them at all. But will it happen? I don't know. I hope not. But that's my unless clause. Okay. And if something like that doesn't happen, and of course I hope it doesn't, then I don't see any kind of all-out war with Syria. I really don't. Or with anyone else. I just, again, gauging the public's mood right now. People are tired of wars. People are cynical. People don't believe what the government tells them like they used to. I mean, we're talking long, long time ago. Before the Great Fall took place, before the sexual revolution and all of its attendant ills befell us, back when the families were still a thing, you know, remember families, remember those things, back when the family was still a thing in the United States and parents stayed together and feminists weren't wreaking their havoc, deviant, sexually deviant, let me rephrase myself, sexually deviant people weren't gaining control and wreaking their havoc. They were keeping their deviancy to themselves, and it was being tolerated in private. Before this great fall of everything, leading up to culminating in the kind of shit culture that we have today, before all of that, people actually believed what the government was telling them. And so that might be one good thing that has come from this, you know, incredible escalation of chaos and criminality and terribleness that's befallen us. One good thing that's come out of it is people are cynical about the government in ways that they weren't before. They trusted the government. Why would the government lie to us? They obviously have our best interests at heart. And they didn't have our best interests at heart even back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, back when people thought they did. So that's one good thing. Good can come out of bad, right? The whole yin and yang principle. Is that what the yin and yang principle is? I don't know. But the whole idea that when bad things happen, it's not necessarily all bad, because something good does come out of it that wasn't there before. And that's a good thing. That is one good thing. There is more cynicism. I don't know what the polls say about whether people believe this Assad gassed his own people or not. I don't know what the polls say. I have a feeling that most people just don't care. It's like, Assad who? I gotta go to my job here. I gotta pay my alimony. Who cares about, who's this Assad? Ugh, I don't care. Then nothing to do with my life. You know, I think that's how the normies are reacting. But again, the unless clause could kick in, and we'll just see if it does. Hope it doesn't. Thank you for watching. Andy Nowicki, altrightnovelist.com.